Hi everyone, welcome back to Be Rich. Sorry about the last video where I was a little fast in my delivery of speech. That was due to the fact that it was recorded a little earlier in the day and I was well caffeinated. And you know how it is when you have a little too much coffee, you tend to bounce off the walls. And Rupesh needed that video early that day, so it happened to be recorded earlier in the day. And I'm sorry for that. I will try and keep my tempo of speech a little slower. And as far as my accent is concerned, I'm not trying to talk any accent. This is the accent which I have, what I'm born with, what I grew up with. So I will try and slow it down so you can understand what we're saying. On the previous week, we had done a video on how you can achieve 1 crore and how that 1 crore can become 10 crores. And I had offered in that video saying, if you'd like me to do a detailed practical example with an Excel sheet, I can do that for you if you're interested. A lot of you responded very positively to that. So today, my team and me have managed to put all the data points together and provide this to you. We had to tabulate over 3,000 data points which we have, and it's just a broad stroke. Remember, this is in hindsight looking back. It's not looking forward, and you should always keep that in mind. When you're looking back, it's very easy to know where you came from and what all happened. Looking forward, it's very more difficult because you don't know the future. So you can only keep this as an example, as a motivational tool. You can't use this as an investment philosophy. So keep that in mind. And another caveat which is there is, I do not know your personal risk profile and your investment capacity. All I know is my personal risk capacity and my investment profile. So I took myself as an example, and I went ahead and did that. And the important thing which I want to say is, in a previous video I'd done on Saturday, I was talking about something known as front loading. And I had taken that philosophy and kept that as a central theme here. In 2009, right, 15 years ago, at that age, I could have afforded to take majority of the money I made and used it to invest. Instead of spending it on things which are totally unnecessary, and I could have given up immediate gratification and telling myself, if someone had the foresight to teach me that at that point of time, and I felt inspired like how you're feeling and felt my mind ignited about investing, instead of wasting my money in other things for immediate gratification, I said, no, Vinod, you know what? You should invest. So later in life, you're set. If I had that philosophy and invested majority of my earnings, monthly earnings, in savings and investment, is the kind of idea which I took off with. So for me, looking back at 2009, I could have invested around 40,000 rupees a month easily without too much of difficulty if I followed what I just said. Because I wasn't married, I didn't have kids, none of the pressures of life were on me. My father was there, I was taken care of, I didn't have to pay rent, I didn't have to pay for food. I could have saved my money and done this. Of course I didn't, which I've learned now, which I hope you learn. So if I had invested 40,000 rupees a month, and keep in mind, 40,000 rupees a month is only 2,000 rupees a day, because markets are open only 5 days a week in an average, and there's around 20 days approximately in a month you can invest. So I said 2,000 rupees every time the market opened, which was doable for me back then. So you can take whatever number you want for your calculation. So if I had invested 2,000 rupees a day whenever the market was opened, and I did that for 15 years, how long would it take me to reach 1 crore was the question I had in mind. Third caveat which would be was, I picked the companies which are the pillars of our economy, companies from different sectors, banking, information technology, pharma, right, and automobiles, and petrochemicals. I said these are like the pillars of our economy. India needs these things, so I looked at it like that. And the companies which I picked was HDFC, ICICI, Titan, TCS, Infosys, Kotak, Dr. Reddy, ITC, Tata Motors, and Reliance. Some of these companies are still there on our list. Some of these companies are not too expensive. Some of these companies Anand will say I will not consider for his various reasons. But I took these as a good mix. Another caveat which I want to say is, I did not look into the PE, I did not look into earnings, I did not look into anything. I just said, okay, thought experiment, right? So 2009, you started investing. I would have picked the companies which are the biggest companies, the easiest for me to spot, which are safe companies. So I would have probably been picking these companies is what I assumed. So 2,000 rupees a day, so 40,000 rupees a month, that is around 4,80,000 rupees a year is what I was investing. For the first year of investing, by 12 months over, I would have invested, and that would have appreciated through the process that year to 7,80,000. Second year, continuing to invest 40,000 rupees or 2,000 rupees a day, I would have reached 17,93,000. The third year, I would have reached 20,89,000. Fourth year, I would have reached 34,12,000. The fifth year, I would have reached 45 lakh. And the 6th year, I would have reached 69 lakh 85,000. And the 7th year, because of market correction, my 69.85 went down to 60 lakh. But I kept investing because I believe in what my brother says and what Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger says. You buy good companies and you keep investing regardless of what happens and what happens in your portfolio. What would have happened in the 8th year is I would have recovered and continued investing, and that 60 lakhs would have become 76 lakhs. On the 9th year, lo and behold, I've hit 1 crore. Now, we did do the experiment further, right, to show you what happens by the time you reach 15 years, which I will tell you later. But this is how long it took me to reach 1 crore. 9 years, 2,000 rupees a day, plugging it away, right? Tiffin coffee, keep at it. As Anand says over and over again, don't make it complicated. Took 10 companies, my patas list, right? I did not invest in exotic things. I did not go for small cap. I did not go for IPOs. I did not, look at the Fed. I did not look at the dollar. I did not look at who was the president or which political party was doing what or what the finance minister said. I did not look at anything. I did not look at the Nifty going up and down. I did not take charts. I did not measure up and down. I did not do any of that. All I did was I had my patas list, my goal. I believed in what Charlie Munger and Warren said. Good companies, quality companies, keep investing regularly, go at it. And I reached it in 9 years, 1 crore. So imagine you do all the little more which Charlie Munger said, or little more what Warren says, or little more like what my brother says, buying at value. I would have probably reached sooner. But this 9 years reaching 1 crore includes bonus, splits, but it doesn't include the dividends. I have not taken the dividends which I would have been getting every year and reinvesting that. And that itself, let's say I'm being conservative here, let's say in an average, Indian companies give 2%, right? That means if my portfolio is 7,80,000 in the first year, I would have made around 15,000 rupees in dividends. Second year, I would probably make 35,000 rupees. Third year, I'd make 41,000 rupees in dividends. Fourth year, I'd make 68,000 rupees. By the 9th year, I would make 2,17,000 rupees just in dividends. My portfolio is 1 crore, and in dividends, approximately. Of course, this has to be calculated. I did not calculate. This itself took my team a lot of effort. All the stock prices month on month. So like I said, 3,000 data points just to show you an example. To avoid you doing the effort of doing this. You could have done this. This is not some secret which I have in some secret book. This is not hidden somewhere in some place. This is just pure data. You can go to NSE website or BSE website or Google or Screener and put the stock name and see what was the stock price on this given date and just pluck all the data points out, put it in an Excel sheet and do this and you'll get this information, right? I'm not suggesting to use this as an investment template. This is just a thought experiment. I said 15 years will take you to reach 1 crore, maybe. We've got here 9 years. Then the next video, the conclusion of this, we will see if I continue doing this, where I will be when I reach 2024. And I want you guys to put down in the comments, how many crores will we be? At 9th year, we reached 1 crore. So that means another 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, another 7 more years. 7 years later, where do you think my portfolio will be if I'm just investing 2,000 rupees a day, Tiffin coffee for me, that is, because by now I could have invested even more, believe it or not. That's why I'm saying this doesn't really take into a lot of things because my salary increased, my wife came along, her salary was there, we were dual income, right? We could have definitely invested more than 2,000 rupees a day. So this could have been a very different equation. But I just kept stuck to this just to show you. So I want you guys to comment down below. By year 2024, if I had started in 2009, where will I be? Let's have a guessing game in the comments. While in the next video, we'll come to the conclusion of this one and see where we actually finally land upon. Right? So thanks for watching the video, guys. And I hope you enjoyed it. Do like and share and comment down below. And with friends and family who might find this kind of content interesting, do send it to them. And other than that, nothing more. Have a great day, and I'll see you in another one tomorrow. Bye.
Hey guys, that my uncles Vinod Srinivasan, Anand Srinivasan and I have rolled out our Substack, which is basically a blog/newsletter where we're going to post our original research onto it, and we've analyzed macroeconomic trends. And a lot of you know my uncle Anand Srinivasan and I regularly write for The Hindu, and these articles are also going to be made available for you in the Substack. The link is moatinvesting.substack.com. You'll find it in the description and in the video right now. We hope you go check it out. We've put a lot of time and effort into it. And please give us comments and feedback on what you read. Thank you.